checking out Utah's opening lineup. We've got George. Markkanen is out there with Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard. And for Cleveland, the rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. The highly skilled guard pair of Garland and Mitchell. And it's Tyson in at the 3, the small forward. And Stan, talking about this matchup for a second, when it comes to moving the ball, these two teams have to be considered two of the very best at it.
Couldn't agree more, Kevin. Both of these groups, very selfless. Got to give a lot of credit to these coaching staffs for getting their guys to buy in on a team-first mentality. That makes for some tremendous team chemistry. And by the way, it wins a lot of games, too.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Now, here's Garland. Allen with the ball. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Here's Mikhailuk. Outside, Markkanen. Off target from three-point range. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
In the pick and roll, it seems like Markkanen gets the timing right most times. He's got a high offensive IQ.
Now, here's Mobley. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Allen kicks to Garland. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Mikhailuk. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Garland. His last outing, 16 points for him. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Utah. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
And he makes the first. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, this summer, the entire Cavaliers executive front office staff received multi-year contract extensions. Over the last 3 years, Cleveland has had the 3rd best record in the association. Guys, and there's a sense that a culture is being created that is permeating every level of this organization.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now. That ended last year when they really bottomed out. And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 19-point game against Dallas. Markkanen, good.
And a coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. On the wing, Mitchell. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Here's George. Jared Allen making his last shot. Cloak loose and stolen by Mobley. Pass to Tyson. Now Mobley. Nothing on the board. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Jazz leading by 5 to the paint. Here's George. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Mitchell looking it over. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Off target from outside. Utah's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Pass to Sensabaugh. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from George. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Sam Merrill, he's checked in for Cleveland. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Jazz second.
And contrary to what we see from other teams, this squad has no interest in playing strictly as individuals. Their assist numbers show what a cohesive bunch they are.
Here's Allen. 11 points for him in that last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 10-point lead. Here's Mobley. Count that one.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now, here's George. He's got 8. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And Utah making a change here. Bailey's checked in. Now, here's Mobley. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Pass to Merrill. Wound up there for Allen. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Over to the wing. George looking around. Here's Bailey. Now here's Markkanen. Covered by Mobley. Now here's Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Markkanen from outside. Allen with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Pass to Garland. Here's Merrill. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Here's Tyson. And Garland has it in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Garland's got 5.
Garland feels comfortable from just about anywhere beyond the arc, including that short corner.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Markkanen. Back to George. Nurkic a screen on Garland. George, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Garland. Allen with the screen for Garland. And Allen with the slam.
Oh, man, what a play by Allen. He really packs a punch.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Utah leading by 3. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Here they come, fans. It's your Cavs powerhouse dance team. To the right side for your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
To Filipowski. Here's Collier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Wade against Markkanen. Here's Merrill. No good. That would have tied it.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Collier. Back to Markkanen. Trying to get something going. Knocks down the 3-ball. Markkanen's got 10 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jazz leading by 4. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. The Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes and you're like, man, this guy's a point guard, guys.
Yep, a tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. Now, here's Mitchell. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Pass to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Again, Mitchell missing. For Utah, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Collier. Hasn't made one yet. Markkanen can't get it to go. Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many finished players in the NBA. I know Lowry is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
It's good. Markkanen's got 15.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Merrill passes to Hunter. Wade dishes to Hunter. They get a hand on it. And Merrill has it in the corner. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. From downtown, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Mobley. And here is Mitchell. And he can't answer back the 3-pointer offline.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Markkanen. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Here's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Jazz leading by 7. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lepowski passes to Markkanen. Misses the three. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Pass to Collier. Here's Markkanen. Mobley with the block. Lauri Markkanen getting it done for the Jazz. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Jazz.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
The wing set for him, Mitchell and Hunter. Ryan is out there with Wade. And it's Merrill in at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now, here is George. Left side, Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to George. Here's Bailey. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. For 3, Mitchell. Filipowski grabs the board.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach. Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Now, here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. Bryant with a screen on George. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Love.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for Cleveland. And Utah also making a switch. Sheboy's checked in. And that one falls for Bryant. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Hunter, the pass to Bryant. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Makes the shot. Best at number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
And this is routine for Mitchell. He doesn't need much space to feel comfortable elevating.
Bailey passes to Filipowski. Utah moving it around. Pass to George. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. George has got 11 points.
Well, with a little bit of room, George can splash it down. A fearless shooter.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell powering through contact.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jazz leading by 3. Pass to Sheboy. Out to the right wing. Here's Collier. Clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Off target with his 3. Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Ball, no good. Jazz have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Pass to Filipowski. Outside, George. Out to the right wing. Bailey with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Ranked last season, the Cavaliers with 64 wins. That's the 3rd most in franchise history.
But crushing disappointment, then losing in the second round. They knew they could be criticized and acknowledged they need to be tougher mentally.
The Jazz making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Jazz leading by 3. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Dean Wade, Lonzo Ball.
Ball against George. Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Garland. Lets it go with a 3. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Throws it up high.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
The 3 from Garland. It's hauled in by George.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Pass to Merrill. Hunter kicks to Garland. Wade sets the pick for Garland. And the 3 ball is good. Garland's got 8.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
George passes to Markkanen. Two points. That one goes. Markkanen's got 19 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Here's Bailey, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 3.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
There's the pick. Wade outside. A 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Wade's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Here's Collier. 5 points in the game. Pass to Bailey from deep. The Cavaliers pull it in, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Wade can't hit. Utah has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. George, that's a 2-pointer, and it's Wade with the rebound.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
that gives them the lead. Hunter's got the lead up to 2 now for Cleveland.
Well, Hunter is a competitive guy, one who embraces having to fight through physical coverage.
Here's Bailey. He's defended by Merrill. And the basket by Bailey.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Let's
Check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at Cleveland. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move.
Checking out Cleveland, this season has been much more of a grind for them than anyone expected. They've only been a shadow of the team that was so dominant a year ago.
Yeah, honestly, guys, we expected a lot more from them. They've had a lot of things go wrong this year.
Here's Garland after the basket by Utah. For 3, Mitchell. Mitchell from long distance. Jazz trail by 3. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
5 on the clock. 3-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Mobley dishes to Garland. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Collier. He's got 5. And here's Nurkic. Back to Markkanen with the fadeaway. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Yeah, Markkanen staying after it. He has got it going.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. 3-pointer. Rebound by Nurkic.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Collier, guarded by Garland. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Sensabaugh. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Cleveland.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
Another miss by Garland.
Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether 2 big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thanks. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Another miss by Utah. Cleveland's gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Knocked away. It's stolen by Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Cavaliers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Mitchell passes to Garland. Here's Tyson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Mitchell. Three-pointer. Markkanen drains the three-pointer. Markkanen's got 24 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Allen with the screen for Garland. Inside. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Fires from deep. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Sensabaugh. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mobley right side. Here's Tyson. Garland feeling it out a little bit. Now here's Mobley. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Mobley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. As lead by 1. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I'm alongside Kenny Atkinson. Coach, what might you do to adjust going into the second half?
Well, first of all, shot selection's got to improve. If that doesn't improve, it's going to be a long night. But, if we do get a good shot, we got to get back on defense. I think our transition defense, we're leaking too many points there.
Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Hello, everybody. No lack of drama tonight. The Utah Jazz might be taking this one all the way down to the wire.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
And for that matchup with the Timberwolves, I know they're technically underdogs, but they don't think that. They think they're coming out with a W, man.
A positive group with a lot of confidence. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a one-point game. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball. Up until last year, the Jazz the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
Getting underway here in the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. They've got Markkanen. He's out there at Nurkic. And it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Jazz leading by 4 to the middle. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break champs.
Yeah, he's certainly not a slow-paced big. Markkanen runs the floor really well.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Garland, the pass to Mitchell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Mitchell's got 16 points.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Sensabaugh. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Garland, no good. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. George with the ball. He's got 11. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Tyson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mobley outside. There's Garland. It's good. Now just a 1-point Jazz lead.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Mikhailuk. Drills it from outside. Mikhailuk's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. This one for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Up top, Markkanen. Covered by Mobley. Pass to Nurkic. Fires for 3. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 assists now tonight. Mitchell outside. A kick out to Mobley. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot goes in. Mobley's got 8 points. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Spins. George with the bounce pass. Pass to Mikhailuk. And the Jazz, another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. A kick out to Mobley. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mobley.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Jazz leading by 8. Now George. He's got 11. Pass to Sensabaugh. Over Mitchell. And Utah again with the bucket.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Now here's Allen. He's got 6. Donovan Mitchell drops the hammer.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Mitchell. Down low. Up and in on the layup. Nurkic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz.
And you got to do more than that to stop Nurkic, using that muscle to just brush past the defender.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Mitchell's got 7 points for the quarter. Here's George. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Markkanen
is just such an effective scorer. He makes the most of his opportunities.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Cavaliers making a switch here. Merrill's checked in. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Trailing by 10. Mobley outside. Looking for Allen. He gets it there. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you can see Allen's eyes light up when he saw the opportunity for that alley-oop and finishing it off in style.
Now, here's George. He's got 11. Outside, Markkanen. The Jazz working the ball around now. Clock at 4. From 12 feet out. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mill with the ball. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. And the shot goes in. 10 points for Evan Mobley.
And at just under 7 feet, you really have to pull out all the stops on Mobley inside.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's McKinley. Now, Nurkic, Allen defending. The tray. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got 11 points.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Garland kicks to Mobley. Offline with his 3. And now here's Nurkic. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They have a 9-point lead. Mobley with the block.
Now this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
3-pointer, Markkanen, and it's Tyson with the rebound. Tyson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Garland. Back to Merrill. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Nailed from three-point land. Tyson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Back to Markkanen. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's McKinley. Outside, George. Fires the 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Merrill on the wing. Back to Mobley. Kicks it out to Garland. On the 3 off target.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
There's the lob to Markkanen. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 11th in assists, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And he really is the consummate playmaker. Always keeping his head on a swivel. Searching for the open man. Completely unselfish basketball player. No coverage that time. Collier's got 8 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Utah with the ball, following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey, covered by Mitchell. Here's Filipowski, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Now, Bailey. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Here's Collier. 8 points for him. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Filipowski. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the basket by Bailey.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Mitchell. 20 points for him. And here is Markkanen. Here's Collier. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Pass to Mitchell. There's the three. Merrill gets the bucket. Merrill's got 9.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Here's Collier. He's got 8. Outside, Markkanen. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Merrill passes to Mitchell. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
Pass to Markkanen. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Collier. Markkanen a screen on Ball. And it's Collier missing. Now Merrill. Ball from long range. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense, yes,
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Wade out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Travers in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Mitchell outside. Oh, Mitchell's so good inside.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey, and finished off by Bailey.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Wade a screen on George. There's Ball with the 3. Wade has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
The Jazz with the lead. Pass to Hendricks. Buries it down low.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Now Bailey from about 16, and again it's Utah.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Mitchell outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. The rebound by Collier. Utah leading by 5. And it's good for 2.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Ball kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Travers. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. And Cleveland making a change here. Tomlin's checked in. Switcher also for Utah. Markkanen's checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. George with the bounce pass. Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Mitchell. Collier. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside, ball. Beyond the arc. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Ball. Mitchell's got 14 points here in the second half. Outside, George. Pass to Markkanen. Now Bailey. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
For him, it's been a tale of 2 halves. He's starting to make an impact now.
Outside, Ball. Wade finds Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Jazz have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. George passes to Collier. Now Filipowski. Wade is covering. Pass to Bailey. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now, here's Hunter. Wade outside. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Cleveland moving the ball around to tie it up. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Back to Filipowski. Now Bailey. Here's Collier. Misses off the left eye.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Outside, Ball. Back to Wade. Pass to Mitchell. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Mitchell's got 9 points in the quarter.
And Mitchell is a flat-out scorer of the basketball. He loves doing it in a variety of ways.
George passes to Filipowski. George with the ball. Takes the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Hunter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass the ball. And here's Wade. And here is Hunter, defended by George. Hunter, the pass to Mitchell. Wade sets the pick for Mitchell. The triple from Mitchell.
Well, coming out of the half, he's been much more aggressive, helping them space the floor.
And finished off by Bailey.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Both teams will make substitutions. And here is Garland. Pass to Tyson. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. No good from the wing. Utah has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. Bailey's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Mobley outside. And here's Garland for three. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
To the inside. Shoots inside. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
You think a bump is going to stop Nurkic? We're talking about a guy who has come back from major injuries. A resolute attitude.
The wide open look here for Garland. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Bailey passes to Mikhailuk. Here's Bailey. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bailey. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers leading. Mitchell outside. Garland the pass to Mobley. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got his 6th assist on the night.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Pass to Bailey. Out left to the wing. Outside, George. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Mitchell right side. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Mikhailuk. Covered by Mitchell. Pass to George. Now, here's Markkanen.
Look, it's never a good idea to foul Markkanen in the act. He doesn't miss many opportunities at the line.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
And the Jazz making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
Yeah, big man with a sweet shooting stroke. Markkanen's skill set at his position is tailor-made for today's league.
And Markkanen drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now Garland. Allen outside. Here's Mitchell. Mobley fires. Misses the three.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Sensabaugh. Covered by Mitchell. That one misses. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for Cleveland. Takes the three. That's off. Utah has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. George! Off target from outside. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Mitchell. And it's off. Here's McKaylee. Covered by Mitchell. George fires. Three. Good.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Mobley. 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
What a costly turnover. Those are the ones that keep you up at night.
Jazz leading by 4. George. Oh, what a finish.
Easy to see the kind of impact George is going to have in this league. Already so productive.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. .12 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Mobley for 3. Trained from outside.
And with lots of big game experience, Mobley knows how to get it done in crunch time.
Here's Markkanen. Now Nurkic. Off the glass.
Well, that's where you want to be. Getting those easy money looks.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Third team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Yusuf Nurkic. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Puts up the 3. Rebounded by Allen inside.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so it's Utah with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Lori, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown that we can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lori.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll do it, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.